Nikki.
This video is titled Nicole. I'm Nick.
And together we're Nikki Nick. Today we're going to be reacting to Introvert by
I don't even know what that is.
As we sit alone in our room.
Oh.
We don't know what being introverted
That's
is.
what it is. I'm not.
Huh?
I get out. I'm barely in here. It's true. Well, we don't.
When we're at work.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. I don't party.
Yeah, we don't party. We're like 90.
I like Xbox and RuneScape in the gym.
Yeah, I like the gym.
I've also
and
started
work,
watching Fairy Tail recently.
and not bad.
And My Hero Academia. So, well, I didn't start. I've been on it, but that's what I do. Yay!
Yay! I just finished Orange is the New Black. Whole season. It was good. Watch it.
Rated R, everybody. Rated R.
Yeah, we're talking about all the introverted things we do.
Rated R, guys. Rated R.
Oh yeah. Don't watch it if you're not 18 plus.
Alright, guys. Ready?
Ready.
This is my Domics, right?
Yeah, Domics. Yeah. Let's go.
I love this little intro.
Would have
I
some
always thought that
water.
was
Don't mind me.
I believe having a healthy mind to be a top priority, at least for myself.
Me too.
A healthy mind leads to a healthy life, and to be at peace with yourself is what I believe to be our goal during the limited time we have on this planet. But to achieve a healthy mind, you must first understand how your specific one works, and accepting that you may be different from others, which is 100% okay. I am an introvert, or at least I believe I fall somewhere in that category. Not to be confused with antisocial or be simplified as shyness, introversion can be misinterpreted by those who are unaware of it. And by no means am I an expert on this topic, I'm just hyper self-aware and this is what I know. To understand introversion and its counterpart extroversion, you must see it as a result of what drains and recovers your energy. Introverts lose energy from being around people for long periods and recharge their energy by spending time alone. Extroverts are the opposite, where they tire from being alone and recharge by being social. It is very rare to be strictly one or the other. We all fall at different ranges on the spectrum. I enjoy being alone. Well, not all the time, but I have a lot of hobbies that can be done alone. And those times in solitude are a great way for me to reflect on myself and whatever current obstacles I'm trying to overcome. Whether it be relationship matters, career matters, ideas for new videos, do we have enough toilet paper? I'm just thinking about
what I learned in boating school
is.
And notice that I'm just staring blankly at your elbow, and you ask me, "Hey dude, what you thinking about?" And I reply, "Nothing." I probably mean I forgot. Because I've been so deep in mental isolation that I can't figure out how to verbalize my thoughts. Why do killer whales get the killer prefix when so many other sea animals are predators as well? Don't most fish kill and eat other fish below them in the food chain? Hey, fun fact. Killer whales aren't even whales, they're dolphins! Wanna know
I think I heard about that and it blew my mind,
is?
but it still blew my mind.
The catfish. I mean, yes, I enjoy having company and being around others as well, but there are things about isolation that I just appreciate. Some of you might not understand the appeal because you may directly correlate seclusion with loneliness. If you are alone, you must be lonely, and being lonely is bad, therefore being alone is bad. Which isn't necessarily true. You can be in a dense population and still feel lonely. Growing up, I found myself in all sorts of groups and situations where I felt lonely despite
That's a lot of milk.
Incredibles.
That's a lot of God. Yeah, but it kept going.
Loneliness. To be alone doesn't mean you are lonely. Loneliness is just a result of one's negative perception of being alone. But introverts flip that mindset and take on a positive perspective on it. Hey yo, Dom, did you check out that party last night? Crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was...
Did you see me there?
Wings. I prefer to do a lot of things alone. I grew up playing video games, and while many games are made for people to enjoy with others, I find great value in single-player games. I have a habit of disappearing from the world for a few days, sometimes weeks, because I become so immersed in the world of the games I play.
Wait for him to open the door.
I find myself playing a lot of online games this way, where although it's encouraged to be played with others, I often choose to be a lone wolf and experience the game solo, while still appreciating the seldom interactions with other players. I value the freedom of being alone, not having to worry about others and only myself. As selfish as it sounds, the only burdens you can bear are only limited to your own. A lot of online multiplayer games encourage teamwork and its necessity to overcome certain trials or enemies, but I find it very fulfilling to discover that solo players are able to achieve the same feats by themselves. There's nothing more thrilling than witnessing an underdog achieve what others believe they couldn't on their own. And taking a step back, I see this reflect how I act in the real world. I like venturing out and achieving things on my own. It helps me discover and understand things about what I can do and what I am incapable of doing.
I like how much thought you put into this video.
And those are lessons I could only learn by being my own teacher. My mind is at peace when things make sense, or at least when it's reasonable for things to be the way they are. They don't necessarily have to be beneficial, I just seek closure through rationality. Why do I have a surplus of chins? Because I have a declining metabolism and my eating and exercise habits are inconsistent due to my lack of self-discipline. I am at peace with it for now. Why do people leave mean comments on my videos? Well, it might be because they are damaged in some way and are using you as an outlet to project those insecurities, or they lack the empathy to understand the emotional consequences of their words, and anonymity on the internet gives them a false sense of invincibility, a taste of the nectar unavailable to them in the real world. I like this girl. Why doesn't she like me back? Because your self-entitlement has blinded you from understanding that it is not your place to complain about people's criteria for attraction, and that romantic reciprocity is never guaranteed. You ain't got the sauce. Accept it. As much as I love hanging out with friends, especially those I don't get to see often, VidCon and Anime Expo were very exhausting events for me. Conventions are often where I get to meet the most fans, and while I love seeing you guys in person and witnessing your genuine appreciation of my work, I get very drained doing so in great volumes. But please don't mistake my lack of energy to mean I am ungrateful. Being hyper-aware of myself and my quirks, I'm actually pretty nervous when meeting a lot of fans at once due to my irrational fear that I may not live up to their expectations, especially if I only have a limited time to do it. My only hope is that I made a good enough impression. It's sad to say, but the majority of fans that I have met, I will probably never meet again, and if the only time we had together was a few seconds or a couple of minutes, it takes a lot of energy to ensure that their patience and excitement to see me was worthwhile for them. I may be too self-critical at times, but I feel that it's necessary so that I can grow as a person. It's easy to look at others and make judgments based on our perspectives, but rarely are people able to reflect on themselves, failing to see their own faults, and often failing to see their own beauty as well. Learn to both criticize and appreciate yourself so that you can continuously develop a better you. Thanks for watching.
Oh, I really
love
that.
I just want to share with you BetterHelp, an awesome place where you can get affordable and private online counseling, anytime and anywhere you need, and in multiple languages.
What happened?
You'll have access to licensed, trained, experienced, and accredited psychologists, marriage and family therapists, clinical social workers, and board-licensed professional counselors. Whatever life issues you're juggling with, BetterHelp is here for you. And on top of their already good pricing, they offer financial aid discounts as well. Head over to betterhelp.com/Domics, link below, and all you've got to do is fill out a questionnaire that will help match you with a counselor, and you're good to go. Look, I get it. Some of us have too much pride to seek help because we believe we're strong enough to handle things on our own. I myself had that pride because I've always told myself that I am my own caretaker. Which is true to an extent, but we never know what random crap life will throw at us, and sometimes it may be too large to dodge or to catch on our own, and BetterHelp is there to lend a hand. Seeking help doesn't make you weak. It's merely a step to becoming stronger.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
I really like that. That tied in really well for our sponsored video. Okay, so I don't think she's gonna work.
Okay, so my contacts got blurry.
No,
that was a great video. He is a good speaker. I love that he cared how his impressions were.
Yeah, I really like the fact that it
made me sad that he said, well, I'm probably not going to see them again. Jeez.
Well, I mean, he's got a point though. It's like, you know, with the amount of fans he probably has, it's just like, it's kind of like any person who's popular. It's like, there's just so many people that it's so hard to be able to see them, you know, especially if it's a fan and if like you're going to a specific event. It's like you're there for the specific event, but you probably won't be able to see them, you know. But anyway, I really like the fact that not only was this like a rant, in a way, but it was also like he was talking about a subject, like one specific subject, introvertness, but it like broke off into multiple like different things. But I like the fact that he like was very like knowledgeable of what being an introvert truly is, because I feel like when people hear the word introvert, like he said, it's automatically like a negative connotation towards people. Like people are like alone and they don't like to go out and they don't like to socialize and they don't like people and they like to like stay in their room under the covers and like cry, which is definitely not what an introvert is. I have taken the test, because you can actually go and take the test, and I don't know. I'm sure you can Google it. We should do that.
Link it down below.
Yeah, introvert, extrovert test. Yeah, so there's like quizzes that you can test.
If we forget to link it, we'll just type that.
Yeah. Anyway, there's like a test that you can take. I mean, if you're self-aware, you can probably tell whether or not you're an extrovert or introvert. But being in a psychology class, they made us take the test. I knew I was going to be an introvert. I was on the highest level of introversion that you could possibly be. It's not that I don't like people. Like I'm pretty good at talking to people. I'm a nanny, so I'm always around kids. I work with kids all the time. And I said that really weird. And their parents. It's just that when I'm in a situation where there's like a lot of people, I can only be there for so long before I can sense myself start to like fade out, and it's time for me to go ahead and get home and like be, you know, in my room, solitude, like watching a movie, or
he's like that,
or hanging out just in my room doing something. You're the one that's like pushing me over. I cannot hold you up. I know, I'm so sorry. That look. I like to be by myself, and that's how I recharge. So him and I are really good at recharging with naps. I feel like that's our main way of, after being at work for a very long day or around people.
Right now.
Yeah, I know. It's about that time for us to take a nap because we're both really tired. So I like the fact that he was very knowledgeable and he wasn't just like, I am an introvert and I like to stay at home.
Yeah, that was actually a very in-depth conversation, very enlightening.
Yeah.
And it's a good lesson for people.
Yeah.
About what introvert really is.
Yeah. And I think it was also a really good lesson on how to be self-aware. To be self-aware and take care of yourself, and then also like if you need the extra help to reach out to someone else. I really like how that tied into the end, because it's so important, speaking from someone who's trying to be in that field, it's so important that if you can't fix everything, and sometimes you just need that extra help. So reaching out to someone like a counselor, a psychologist, psychiatrist, someone in that field is super helpful, because they can give you the tools that you need in order to be able to self-reflect and, make yourself a better person. So I really like that. That was a really informational video. So.
It was a great video.
Yeah.
We need to watch more of this stuff. We've only seen a handful.
I think we have like 3 or 4.
Maybe
so if
one
you guys,
handful.
I mean, we'll do older videos. So if you guys want us to watch any of his old stuff, please, leave the links in the comments below. And if you guys want to see more of us, make sure to share this Ross Podcast, Snapchat, and Instagram. Make sure to subscribe.
And thank you for support. Thank you for your love, and love you guys. Have a good day, good night, good evening. Bye.